Hi everyone, it's me Louisa, your law of attraction coach, and I'm here today to talk about manifestations and how things in my life have come to pass based on my belief system. So obviously what Neville Goddard says, that everyone is you pushed out, everything you think about does come to pass in your reality. And as hard as it is, it's really difficult, okay, to ignore the 3D, which I have certain situations that I realize whatever I think about comes to pass. So if I'm 100% sure about something, I got it. But let's say I wasn't 100% sure about something, whatever I was thinking about, it did come to pass. So through my life and every situation I've had, when it comes to manifesting jobs, money, friends, things, that came to me without a problem. The only issues where I've been having is when it comes to love, because I always sort of doubted myself in certain situations, and if whoever I was with had a situation in their mind, a circumstance that wasn't aligning with mine, my ego will sit there and be like, oh my God, this person feels this way. And what happens? It projected out that way. So I know for a fact, the way you think, things are going to turn that way. It's the law of the assumption, right? So I used to read The Secret, and this was before manifestation and everything is so big as it is now, and they're learning all these other theories. For fun of it, I would read it, and I wrote little notes like, I'm a money magnet. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Everything in life comes to me. Okay, I draw all good and everything like that. Okay, so let me talk about the money as a magnet one. I went to school like everybody else, went to high school, went to college, majored in something I really didn't care about. I only went along with it because that's what my mother pushed me to do, because of course I had to listen to society. You have to do this job. It's good for you if you plan on being a parent, blah, 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 blah. My friends were going into it. But at 17, like, who really knows what they want to be? Because every 7 to 10 years we change as human beings. So what I want at 17 is not what I want now in my 40s. So when it came to careers, I was constantly shifting and changing my mind. And a lot of people, like, through the years have come to me and they're like, Louisa, like, how many jobs do you want? How many things do you want? But I'm not going to stay somewhere if I'm not happy and I can't see myself growing as an individual and stay there for freaking so many years. So I went to college, got my degree in a job, did it for a few years. I tried it and I was not feeling it at all. It beat me down every day, and the 3D in that world was too intense for me. So whatever was projected to me basically became reality. If I didn't think I was going to do well, I wasn't going to succeed, I let life there beat me up every day. Literally pushed me out, like literally, like I jumped out that window, I left, I bounced. But I was sitting there thinking, like, I got to do something that makes me happy. You live in this one life, this one short life that you're here for a time. You need to live it and be happy. Because think about it, your job is your second home. Why do you want to be somewhere if you were not happy being there, right? So I thought about it, and I love animals. And I used to come home, see my dogs all the time. And I'm like, man, you guys appreciate me. You're happy to see me. If we're gone for like 3 seconds or like 5 hours, you guys are like all up on me like you haven't seen me in weeks, years, months. So I ended up changing my mind. Even though my parents didn't support me because my mother's so old school and think only certain jobs are going to get somewhere, you know, I still did what I wanted to do because I believed in my heart, this is the field I wanted to get into. This is the field that's going to make me happy. I was at the point in my life I was not going to listen to other people. So what did I do? I took the leap. I changed careers, and that was a career that I did for a little over the last decade, like 13, 14 years. So it served me well. And that is where, when I read The Secret, and around that time, it's like money comes to me easily and effortlessly. And I just kept saying, and then I got into this business. But yeah, now with this business, that business, which I still have, but it's not my passion true right now because I'm getting older. I'm getting things change because I feel like I grew spiritually and I'm a different person. And even though that job that I was doing was good, it's making me money, it wasn't feeding my soul spiritually. So I ended up doing that, and I got the money. I didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck like I was at the job that I chose, I went to school for, okay? So in that aspect, that worked. But I was thinking about it, and I saw it, and I envisioned the job, I envisioned the dream, envisioned myself being the best, that I own that shit, okay? I envisioned myself saying, I'm gonna open this business, I'm gonna work the hours I need to work, because nothing in life comes easy, okay? You do have to put work into things. Don't sit here thinking like, I'm gonna manifest this and you ain't gonna do shit about it. It's not gonna happen. So anyway, I envisioned it. I sat there thinking about it. Oh, I'm gonna be the best. This is what I'm gonna do. Everybody's gonna love me. They're gonna see my work, think I'm gonna do great. They're gonna come to me, have an awesome banging personality. How can they not want to come to me? That's how I thought, right? So I ended up building my empire. So I went from a point where I was constantly there working all the time to I didn't really have to anymore because I started hiring employees and they started working for me. So I let that business go a little bit to achieve other things, and it came to me. So I left that field and I got into that business. But I did try to, run 100 empires. I bought another business out in a different borough from where I am in New York, and I bought it with employees, but unfortunately the employees there had a different mindset. They didn't have the set that I had, that you got to work hard to achieve, to get things that you want. And I'm one person. I can't be in my two businesses in one area, then be there and this and that. So as much as I tried with that, I ended up letting reality set in, the 3D, that it's not turning out the way I want it to be. It's not flourishing like the other businesses that I have. So I'm like, I got to do something to alleviate this stress. I can't be there all the time, and I don't want to lose the money that I put into it, because again, I'm a money magnet. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. So what did I do? I thought about it. I'm like, I could sell the business because it has employees, it has clients, it has a following. It can do well if it has a manager that could be there 24/7, because unfortunately I can't spread myself everywhere, which I tried to do. What are you gonna do? Because I want to own 100 million empires, right? So I thought about it, and at this time I was doing Mind Valley. I downloaded the app and I was doing the life courses and all the classes that they had there, actually life vision and everything like that. So I don't want to get too much into it, because if you're interested, just go download the app and take the class. But there's this 3 scene technique you have to do, and you basically say what you want. You envision what's going on in your life. You feel the pain of it and the stress that's causing you, and you have to basically exaggerate the stress. And once you see the stress, then you need to resolve it by the end of this point. You need to shift into the end. You need the situation resolved so that the higher ups could take care of it. And this is like Neville, you got to live from the end and envision the end. And when you see that end, things could come to you. So basically I was like, oh, this is so stressful. I need to get rid of this. I don't want to deal with that staff anymore. I'm over it. I'm done. And it's supposed to happen in 3 days, okay? 3 fucking days. I'm going to tell you what fucking happened, okay? So anyway, I'm sitting there like, oh, this is so stressful. I need to get rid of this business. I want my money back. I don't even want any more than what I paid, okay? I just want my money back, because I am not going in the red, okay? I tried this venture. It didn't work for me, and my money's staying in my damn pocket. You understand that? It's not going anywhere else but my damn pocket, okay? So I did that. I closed my eyes. I envisioned it. And then Vishen says, oh, at the end of 3 days, the higher ups are going to solve this for you, this and that. But it has to be for good. It has to help 2 more people, okay? Everything that you envision and anything you do, because God lives in you, whenever you envision something, you manifest something, it has to be for higher good. It cannot be for your selfish needs. So it did benefit 2 more people, because I envisioned that I'm selling the business, has about a half dozen employees that they're going to keep their job instead of me closing down. So they're going to keep their job. That's going to benefit their pockets as much as they want, because the more they work, the more money they make. It was a commission-based business, which, you can make sick money if you're good at the trade. So that's 2 more people right there. And then whoever's going to buy it could achieve their dream by owning a business and can succeed in the business, right? So that's what I did. I was like, bro, how easy is this? I'm going to get my manifestation in 3 days. This business is going to be sold. I'm going to get my fucking money. What happened? I went on Facebook. I created a Facebook group, and also I went into other groups with the same trade. And I went into groups that were in the same state, obviously close enough to me, in the same borough and all this stuff. I posted business for sale, not asking for so much. Just basically want to make my money back. I can't run multiple businesses. Contact me and we could get this shit going, okay? Literally within 30 minutes of posting it, some girl messaged me and was like, where I'm working now, I'm not happy. I need to make changes. I need to move. My boss is not respecting me. Basically, I was last one hired and I'm not getting treated as good as everybody else. Of course, that's a lot of jobs, because you got to work your way up that ladder. So I was like, okay, so let's meet. I was so eager to get rid of it. I literally left my area, flew out there, okay, not with a plane, with my car, okay, drove out there and met up with the girl, met up with her, met up with her husband, basically so real with everything. And I told her the only way this business is going to make money is if you're going to be here 24/7. If I was here, this shit would be banging, okay? I just can't be here because I have other businesses I'm running, and I honestly bought this because I wanted to extend businesses and have money coming from multiple areas. But unfortunately, it wasn't working out for me because the staff here doesn't want to work. It's true. I mean, not everybody has ambition. It's the way they think. They have that mentality. They're lacking stuff, they're gonna lack. So I told her, if you want this to flourish, I can see it's gonna flourish, it's gonna do well. You have the business phone number, you have all the clients here, you call everybody, tell them it's a new management, you're going to be here no matter what, and you're going to own this place. And then there's a few problems in the business that I was told the truth about, like, you know, Con Ed was basically raping them every time you put the air conditioner on and stuff like that. So anyway, but the girl's like, yeah, this is fine. Straight up told her the truth about everything. She went home with her husband. By the third day, she called me up and said, me and my husband love the business. We thought about it. We liked that you were so real. You told us anything. You weren't trying to sell us freaking stories, telling us business is going to make millions of dollars if you buy it, because I was not doing that. I'm not looking to screw anybody, okay? She said, we believe in hard work. We have a vision, and we believe that this business is going to do well. And what happened? She freaking met up with me because I flew out there again, okay, on my third day after doing this, which was crazy, okay? Third day, flew out there, paid me, did the paperwork, handed over the business, and boom, got my money back. I wasn't in the red. Money came to me easily and effortlessly. All I had to do was envision it, exaggerate the problem, feel the freaking pain, and boom, I sold that shit in 3 days. Can you believe that? If everything else in my life was able to work that quick, I'd be freaking walking on water. I'm telling you right now, because there's other things, especially in the love department, okay, that my insecurities there make me feed into whatever, so it doesn't fully go where I want it to be, which I'm gonna make another video about my SP. So yeah, so that came to pass, and I got rid of that business. So my other two businesses are doing well in that same industry, and then of course I have big kahunas, and I'm like, I want to grow spiritually. I want to grow as another person. So I went in and did another business myself. I went in, I decided to become a Reiki master because I wanted to grow spiritually, and I did that. And then of course I became a law of attraction coach. And then I also got this other business that I'm sitting on the truck right now. I decided to get into a spa bus party for kids because I love kids and I want them having fun and seeing themselves enjoying themselves. So that's why I'm filming on the bus, and that's why I'm on this pink beautiful throne, okay, because I decided, why not? Let's work with kids, give mani-pedis and all that stuff. So have this business. So I just like money coming in from all areas because I want to live a comfortable life. So I think outside of the box. I'm not going to stay in a job 20, 30 years and I'm not happy. So you see how it's flowing? We grow as people. So just because you're 17 years old doesn't mean you have to commit to that shit till you're 60. Get out of it. If it's not making you happy, just get out. You live once. Which I don't understand. I have friends that keep coming to me, oh my God, Louisa, I envy you. I just don't have the balls to do what you did. I'm just afraid if I were to leave and quit, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, stand on my 2 feet, this and that. Fine, don't quit. Don't do what I did, okay? Keep your job and just work a little harder. Keep that job, the 9-to-5 shit that you can't stand, and then do something out of the box at night. You can make it happen. Look, I just started this YouTube channel because I have so many ideas, and I'm like, fuck, I succeeded in everything else I've done. I could succeed in this too, okay? So that's why I'm doing this, because I know I'm gonna get myself my 1 million subscribers. Everyone else can do it, I can do it too, okay? Because I am the captain of my ship. It goes wherever the hell I want to steer it, okay? Wherever the hell I want to steer this bitch, it's gonna go. And I see it. I envision it, I see it, I see myself doing certain things. I just got this business a year ago, it's doing well, okay? I saw myself just visioning, doing all these different spa parties, all these kids having a great time, they love it. And all the parents after each party to say, thank you, you just made my daughter's party so wonderful and so great. And yeah, so now my new venture is becoming a YouTube star. So let's see how well this goes. And if you like what you're hearing so far, please just hit subscribe and like and hit the notification bell, so every time I do upload something, you're gonna get it. Okay, so now besides the business, and I want to talk about me wanting to be a mother, and it's a dream that I always had, okay? Fortunately, the dating scene, I date people, I have people who are interested in me, that want to go out with me, they're attracted to me, but the people who are attracted to me and want relationships with me, I'm not feeling them. Unfortunately, it takes two to tango, and if I'm not feeling the person, I'm not going there. But every time I do feel someone, which is a few times in between, as I got older, the relationships have gotten better in my life versus what I had when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I went out, I was a typical teenager in my early 20s. I was more concerned about going out, having fun, work, making money. Work has always been something that's on my mind. So I wasn't focusing on all those relationships. If there was something there and I did like the person and there was, like, you know, nice chemistry there, some feelings and things like that, but after a few months I realized the person isn't on my level, isn't giving me the feeling that I need and things like that, and certain things about them that they said I would think about. And again, everybody is you pushed out, so I was feeding off their energies, and the relationships didn't work because whatever they said did come to manifest, okay? It did come to manifest. So my first relationships weren't really going anywhere. Like, I did have my first love, like, was really deep, and it did I would have stayed in that relationship if we didn't split, but things happened. I hung out with friends, vacations came about. I had to choose to go 2 weeks to Sicily or a week with him to Maine. And unfortunately at that time I had a boss, unfortunately had to control me, who was my ex's cousin, okay, who wouldn't give me the 3 weeks off because I was not going to turn down Italy to go to Maine, okay? So anyway, I chose Italy, and it caused a whole drift, and I knew it. I envisioned it. If I chose Italy, you know, we're going to fight, and it's going to be a whole issue, and it's not going to work. So what happened, I went to Italy, and when I was in Italy, he did his own thing trying to meet some girls, and this was the time of AOL and things like that. So he did end up meeting someone, but they didn't work out, and I became friends with that girl too. That whole story there is crazy too. So anyway, that didn't work out, but I envisioned it not working out because I knew if I chose Italy over him, Italy would have won. And you know, and it won, and they chose him, and he wasn't happy about it. He was upset that I'd rather go do that than be with him in Maine and blah blah blah. So yeah, so anyway, all other relationships years ago didn't really go anywhere. I've had great people in my life that treated me well. Like I said, in my teens, my early 20s, I was a little bit of a cocky bitch. I cared more about work. I cared about hanging out with my friends. If I liked you and I was vibing with you, it went somewhere, but I wasn't giving it my all, because at that time I wanted to build who I was as a person, as a career, you know? So those relationships didn't work out. But obviously, being a woman, and as years pass and times pass, I don't want to be an older woman giving birth and raising kids. But unfortunately, it happened later in life. Not really unfortunately. I would have liked it to happen sooner, but it didn't. So if I would have had it in the time span I wanted, my kids would be a little older now, and they wouldn't be 4 and 2 like they are now, which they're true blessings. I'm happy that I have my kids, but I'm just saying that if I would have did things the way I wanted in my reality, and I would have looked for it and focused on it, I would have had them at least 10 years ago. So I would have a 10 and an 8-year-old now versus having 2 tiny babies. But 10 years ago, when I finally was so at that time now, about 12 years ago, my SP at the time, wonderful person. We still stayed friends because I believe we had a soul connection in past lives. And so we still talk now, but we wanted 2 separate things out of life, so we didn't end up staying together. And so if the relationship would have turned out like I wanted to at the time, I could have seen myself with my SP, having the family and having the life that I wanted. Why? Because my SP had the same goals I had. Business owner, educated, wasn't doing any sort of drug like other people I dated in the past that didn't let me know they were doing anything up until after we started dating and stuff like that. So I was vibing, and from the beginning I always tell everybody who I date, I want a family, I want kids, and this is what I want. So if you're on the same field and the same vibe and this is what you want, let's get the shit going and we'll work on something. But unfortunately, I was told I don't want to get married, I don't want to have kids. And of course, everybody as I got older, whoever I'm dating is not really my age anymore. I like older people because I feel like I'm an older soul. So I can't really connect with people who are more my age level, because before that relationship, everybody else who was a little younger wasn't where I wanted them to be spiritually or career-wise and things like that. So anyway, of course I'm cocky though, okay? And I started to start, I'm like, I'm going to change this person's mind. My SP is going to want to get married, is going to want to have kids, is going to want this and that we're going to be together. In 2 to 3 years, we're going to be married and we're going to have kids. Exactly where my mindset was, right? And unfortunately, the 3D kicked in, and I kept listening to what my specific person at the time kept telling me. Lou, listen, I don't want to have kids. If you want to stay in this relationship, I enjoy being with you. Let's just, keep it going. And I enjoyed the relationship. I enjoyed going out, doing all these events, because this person was in business council. So I went to all different events, meeting different people, making friends, and had siblings and a nice big family, because I come from a small family. I just have 1 sibling. So, and my parents came in from Italy. So even though my mom's one of 6 and my father's one of 8, they're all in Italy. I only have 1 uncle that came here from Italy, that got married and had a bunch of kids, 9 kids, but they all live in different areas, so I don't really see them except for like 2 or 3. So it was nice to be with someone that was close-knit, had a family, nice family dynamic, nice work dynamic, just everything seemed great. So I was ignoring the fact that they didn't want to have kids. So instead of me at the time, because this was before I knew about Neville and living in the end and focusing on your self-concept and your core and believing that everything you feel inside will come out naturally, because we are God. That's why when you say I am, it's from the Bible. It's like, I am loved and desired and wonderful and first priority in everything this person wants and all that stuff. Now I know things are different. It would have worked out different if I focused more on my self-concept and focused on ignoring the 3D, focused on living in the end, because no matter what the middle is, circumstances can always change. I didn't know any of that. So anyway, I let the 3D control my life, and I'm getting told I don't want kids. So I go home, I'm like, oh my God, I mean, I love this person, the relationship is going so well, but they don't want kids. So what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna have kids? I'm gonna just give up my life and not have kids? I stayed in a relationship far too many years, more than I was supposed to stay, that I feel like I lost so much time. That's why I'm saying, unfortunately, like I had my kids pushing 40 at 37 versus having them when I wanted to in my early 30s, because I wanted to enjoy them when I was younger and have the energy for them. But thank God I'm in good shape for my age. So anyway, God has a plan for everyone, so it works out a certain way. And so that relationship, after a few years, it didn't work out. We went our separate ways, and started seeing someone else who also gave me, I'm friendly with too, don't talk to as much once in a while, but still a good person. I feel like we knew each other also from a past life, because I have plenty of exes, and there's only 2 or 3 that I talk to that I actually care about generally as people, because I feel like we had a soul connection, that we have some sort of contract that we signed, and we came back to earth now, that we're supposed to be in each other's lives some way because of the soul connection. That's just basically it. The love is there. The love is there, but love is there as a person, not as an intimate, desirable, this is my soul, my desire, my twin flame relationship. So that relationship too, I fell for the person and was told a lot of things, and unfortunately the things that were said to me didn't happen, but also they also said other things that unfortunately fed into my head, and instead of me focusing on living in the end and saying all these positive affirmations, I'm just sitting there like, wow, they don't want to have kids either. They told me at first they wanted to have kids, now they don't want to have kids, and other things. It's just like repeating in my head. So I let life get control of me instead of picturing it where I wanted it to be and things like that, and that relationship failed. So I decided to go on an IVF journey and do it myself, because by this point I already lost freaking like 7-8 years of my life, and I'm not losing anymore. I'm like, I'm getting older. When I went to get tested, they pulled my eggs, and they're like, well, for your age, your eggs are for this is this old, and blah blah blah. My eggs are older than me. What the so anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't care, because this is something I could see, and I have control of myself. So I thought about it. I'm like, I have businesses, I have money coming to me. It's not like I'm gonna be sitting there struggling as a single parent. I could have children. So I thought about it. I envisioned it. I envisioned myself pregnant. And still at this time, I didn't know about living in the end. So I envisioned myself pregnant. Saw myself doing this, doing all the drugs, all the treatments, going to all the doctor's appointments. But I said, I'm gonna do all this because it's gonna pay off in the end. And goddamn it paid off in the end. Can you believe that? Okay, so I went and I envisioned being a mom, having a baby, and I originally wanted to have a girl first, but everybody around me was like, oh, you need to have a boy, you have to have a boy. You know, boys first, then followed by a girl. Boy first, followed by a girl. So they just like kept putting that in my head, which I'm glad I have my little boy, the cutest thing to ever walk this earth. Okay, and my girl too. So what happened? I envisioned it, I went for it, dealt with all the drugs, dealt with all the shots, dealt with the emotionals up and downs, because those drugs can do a lot to you. And I got pregnant. Got my eggs pulled, did the treatment. I did genetic testing, so I knew it was gonna be a boy, because his batch came out. There was I had 6 eggs, but not all fertilized. So one was a girl, but unfortunately she was missing a chromosome. So they said if I was gonna use her, I just be born with some sort of issue, or my body's just gonna reject it. So I didn't use the girl. So I ended up using my boy, and I froze another one. I wanted to do the process again, and I got my eggs pulled 2 more times. The second batch didn't work, but the third time, guess what I got? All girls. Okay, so I used my girl, and then I froze the other girl. So I have 2 more that are frozen, but I don't know if I want to raise any more kids. I'm paying $1,000 a year to keep them frozen, because I know their sex and everything like that. I just really don't know what I want to do. So anyway, so I have my boy and I have my girl. So it came to pass because I envisioned it, and God gave me what I wanted. It was this deep desire, this deep wanting that I just had, like always, because I wanted an unconditional love that is supposed to be like a love like no other, that these kids will always be there for you and they complete your heart in a certain way and fill your heart in a certain way. I mean, if you're a parent, you're gonna understand that some people just don't want to be parents, and unfortunately they don't have that same want and desire. But when you do have that want and desire, it's because God put it there, and I was not giving up on this dream, and I got my dream. And what you want to know the funniest part? With my girl, I kept saying, and I look at my coloring, I have brown eyes, I have dark hair, Mediterranean family, okay, obviously Italian. Not everybody is like me. My father has green eyes, and he has some brothers that have like one or two brothers that have like blue eyes, green eyes, stuff like that. But majority of my family is my coloring. My mom's my coloring, my brother's my coloring, and I wanted to have an Irish Gerber looking baby, okay? I ended up going with Scottish and English, but still. So the donor I went with had hazel eyes and light brown hair. So anyway, I said I wanted an Irish Gerber looking baby, okay? Blonde hair, blue eyes. My daughter came out blonde hair, blue eyes, okay? Looks nothing like me. She's like creamy white, like literally nothing like me, but I got what I manifested. I just pictured something. I'm like, I want a Gerber baby. I'm getting my Gerber baby, okay? I got my Gerber baby. So it all worked out. So I know with my belief system, I believe that money came to me easily and effortlessly. So when it came to businesses and things like that, I was able to make it work. Money situations, I was able to make it work because I did not want to go somewhere that's supposed to be my second home and die each day that I was there. It was not happening. So I put my mind there. I didn't have anybody give me any back talk. And the same thing with having the kids. When those relationships didn't work out, I decided to go take it upon myself, do the IVF. I have a little village that helps me. I have my mother, I have my friends, I have a home. I knew that no matter what was going to happen, these kids were going to be taken care of. I didn't need a partner to do it with. I would like to have a partner to do it with, but I don't need a partner to do it with. Unless I'm madly, deeply in love and we vibe on everything, I don't need the partner. So I did it. So those two things all worked out, businesses and the kids and everything like that. And unfortunately, the relationships part didn't work out the way I wanted because I let the 3D get in the way of that. So whenever my partner tells me I don't want to have kids, and they said they can't see this and that, I let it get into my head, and that's what came to fruition because everyone is pushed out. I was like, they don't want to have kids, it's not going to work, and that's what happened. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of my backstory. That's why I decided to become a love and attraction coach. Part of the reason too, because I just went through a massive heartbreak too. And whenever I go through a heartbreak, it makes me want to try something new, to better myself, grow individually, grow spiritually. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'll do a whole nother video next time on my specific person and how that relationship ended up going. Strong and good in the beginning, but then I let reality and 3D get in the way of that. And I had to see what I really want to do with that relationship, if I want to put effort into focusing on manifesting it back, or if I want to focus on a new specific person. But obviously I'm in love and I care about this person, but it takes two to tango. So I need to really see if this person's worth the effort, because another one that's walking out on me because of the kids. Again, I date older and they get set in their ways, and it's a problem. The kids are the most amazing thing. They have no freaking issues, okay? They're normal, typical 2 and 4 year olds. But when I do my SP video, I'm going to explain what happened there. And I really hoped this video helped. And that's it. Please like, subscribe, and let's get this all on the road and make me the top YouTuber, okay? Ciao. Thank you.